Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A bank robbery has Scranton PD and the FBI on the hunt for a suspect. Officials responded to a robbery report at the Wells Fargo Bank on North Main Avenue in Scranton just before 3 Monday. Employees and bank patrons were evacuated after police arrived on scene. Police are saying the suspect walked into the bank and approached the teller and demanded money from the cash drawer. The suspect then fled on foot in an unknown direction. Police described the suspect as a white male, possibly in his late 30s to early 40s, having a medium build and being about 5'10" to 5'11" in height, wearing a dark-colored winter-style jacket and blue jeans. Anyone with information is being asked to contact Scranton Police Detectives at 570-340-4139 or the local FBI office. Wilkes-Barre Township Police are investigating an incident at the Wyoming Valley Mall Monday. They got a call around 5:30 to reports of a man with a weapon attacking another man. The victim was treated for minor injuries. The suspect took off. Police said Monday the victim of the assault displayed a weapon in apparent self-defense, prompting unsupported rumors of an active shooter situation. The department assured on its Facebook page that no threat exists and the mall remains open. Anyone with information is being asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Township Police. Emergency crews spent the morning battling a fire at a warehouse in Salem Township. Fire and police responded to Leggett and Platt Incorporated around 7:30 for a reported fire in the back of the warehouse along the 500 block of Salem Boulevard on Route 11. Company officials say an electrician was installing a light near the ceiling when something sparked, igniting debris. Indoor sprinkler systems helped put out the flames and everybody was evacuated safely, but the worker is said to have suffered minor burns. Employees were allowed back in to clean up smoke and water damage, and the company said that fire shouldn't affect its operation. The Wilkes-Barre Health Department has issued an advisory after a cat suspected of having rabies was captured in the city's north end. It was confirmed after the animal was tested positive by the PA Department of Health. One person was bitten and is undergoing treatment. Residents are advised to be sure their pets are up to date on rabies shots and to avoid animals that they don't know. Plymouth Borough Police and the State Police Fire Marshal are investigating Friday afternoon's commercial structure fire as a potential arson. According to Facebook, officers were dispatched to the area of the thrift store on Martz Manor just before 5 p.m. after receiving a report of a commercial structure fire. After viewing surveillance footage, it was discovered a gas can was stolen from the rear of the thrift store by what looked like a young-age male in a gray hoodie and set on fire, causing damage to a vehicle parked in the alley. Anyone with information regarding the incident is encouraged to contact Plymouth Borough Police. Luzerne County wraps up the year with a lower than average homicide rate compared to past years. According to records from coroner's offices in Columbia, Lehigh, and Luzerne counties, 12 people were intentionally killed by another person in 2019. State police in September declared a 2018 missing persons case in Sugarloaf Township criminal homicide, despite no body being found. Last year, 18 homicides were declared in Schuylkill County. Wilkes-Barre, the county's largest municipality, saw 3 homicides, 2 less than in 2018. Hazleton, the second largest, had 2 homicides this year. 6 homicides were committed by firearms, 4 by stabbings, and 3 by assaults, including the 2018 missing persons case. 2 victims were killed in murder-suicides, and 2 cases were ruled justifiable by District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis. Law enforcement has a 100% clearance rate, arresting 7 people for cases that warranted criminal homicide charges. PennDOT has advised for drivers to be on alert today with weather forecasts calling for snow squalls. Sudden and heavy snow squalls are one of the biggest challenges motorists can face during the winter. They can quickly cause roads to become snow-covered and slick, and heavy squalls can cause whiteout conditions that eliminate drivers' visibility. Motorists can check conditions and snowplow locations by visiting 511pa.com, which is free and available 24 hours a day with traffic delay warnings, weather forecasts, and traffic speed information. Coming up on WYLN News, we debunk a few myths about radon, plus tips on bringing in the new year straight from Harrisburg and State Police. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Well, tomorrow, unlike today, will be partly cloudy, high of 33 and a low of 26, and Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 45, low of 37. Showers, and partly cloudy, and some sun coming out the rest of the week. We'll be right back.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we'll be featuring on our show. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo and his co-host, Alan Giannetti, welcome you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good food. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
The American Lung Association offers Pennsylvanians free radon testing kits for Radon Action Month in January. Our Phil Kaufman has the details.
Today I spoke with Kevin Stewart, the Environmental Health Director for the American Lung Association, as we discussed Pennsylvanians being offered free radon testing kits for the Radon Action Month in January.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the American Lung Association is doing and what it pertains to with Radon Action Month in January?
Well, the American Lung Association has a mission of protecting lung health and saving lives that are affected by lung disease. And certainly the American Lung Association has been interested in the state of Pennsylvania for 30 years on the issue of radioactive radon gas in homes. It is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. And we are trying to help provide some radon testing to people so that they can begin the process of taking a look at radon in their own homes to see if they're at risk. We are offering some test kits online at www.lungradonkits.org. And while supplies last, people can just enter their zip code and then go to a next page where they'll enter their name and address to request a radon test. And they're very simple to use. They come with instructions. All the postage and analysis and reporting of results is included. And as a result of this program, we're hoping that those people who identify high radon levels in their homes will then take further steps to confirm their high levels and then take steps, if confirmed, to fix the radon problem in their homes, because that is a significant cause of lung cancer.
Thank you. Now, we have a few radon myths that we would like to address with our audience. So myth number one is obviously radon is not really harmful.
The reason this is a myth is that radon itself is an invisible, odorless, colorless gas. It doesn't cause any immediate symptoms. You can't detect it with your senses. And so people get a false sense of security that what they can't detect with their senses can't hurt them. That's why it's a myth, but the reality is that it is a radioactive gas and it creates particles in the air that themselves are radioactive that when you're inhaling them, they stick to the lung tissue and then can cause damage to the cells in the lungs. We know that there's abundant science to demonstrate that this is true, and we want people to understand that.
The second one is that radon is rare and that it doesn't impact our community.
Well, nationwide, radon is found at high levels in about 1 in 15 homes. In Pennsylvania, it's one of the hottest radon states in the country. Sometimes test results will occur in as many as 40% of homes. That makes us at even higher risk. And nationwide, radon is estimated to cause about 21,000 lung cancer deaths a year. So this is certainly something that we want to get out in front of and to provide some assistance to people to get them on the road to testing and fixing their homes.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you for talking with us. We're going to put out some information for anybody to contact, which, of course, they can visit lung.org/radon or call the toll-free lung helpline at 1-800-LUNG-USA. And thank you for talking with us and debunking some myths and telling us all about what you guys are doing for Radon Action Month in January.
It's been my pleasure, Philip. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Phil Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. Governor Tom Wolf announced today that all 67 Pennsylvania counties have taken official action toward acquiring new voting systems. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security and other national security and election security experts have urged Pennsylvania and other states to use new voting systems with advanced security and a paper trail. The law also provides $90 million to reimburse counties for up to 60% of their costs for new voting systems. These funds are in addition to last year's $14.15 million in federal funding that Governor Tom Wolf allocated for counties acquiring new voting systems. Counties were required to take action toward selecting new voting systems by today and implement the new systems no later than the 2020 primary election. The Department of Human Services released its report on the potential impact on the state's medical assistance transportation program. DHS oversees the entire MATP, which provides non-emergency medical transportation for Medicaid-eligible consumers who don't have access to no-cost transportation, while the Commonwealth offers and provides that funding for all 67 counties. The report says that the Commonwealth currently has an efficient program. Even outside of metro areas, rural counties are keeping trip costs low, and regardless of the model, MATP is a cost-saving benefit to the Commonwealth. DHS will work with entities involved in MATP discussions, including the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania Public Transportation Association, to explore options for MATP. While these options are being explored, DHS will not award a statewide brokerage contract. The Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport broke its annual passenger record this year for the second time in 3 years. Breaking the annual record caps a year that saw record monthly departure numbers between January and September. This November, the airport had 22,790 people pass through its departure gates, putting the annual total almost 5,000 more than the airport's previous record in 2017. The Wolf administration encourages Pennsylvanians to resolve to be ready by planning for emergencies in the new year. WYLN's Rhino Sachi has more.
As the new year approaches, millions of Pennsylvanians' thoughts turn towards positive change. The Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency is encouraging everyone to resolve to be ready in 2020 by creating family emergency plans and emergency kits. To create an emergency plan, you should first identify locations in both your community and a nearby town where you can meet loved ones. Second, identify an out-of-town contact everyone can check in with. Next, text or use social media to let others know you are safe and where you are. Also, have hard copies of lists of phone numbers and other important information such as doctor's offices. Lastly, be sure to practice your plan so everyone is on the same page. An emergency kit should include items that will last for several days. These include 1 gallon of water per day per person, non-perishable food, medical supplies, specialized items such as baby supplies and pet care products, flashlights, a radio, and cell phone chargers. It's also important to have a separate emergency kit for travel purposes or in case of an emergency while traveling.
what are all of the things that you would want in your car with you if you're stuck alongside the road for 24 hours, or heaven forbid you would drive off the road and be stranded somewhere? What would you need in your car with you? So extra gloves, extra warm clothes, a cell phone, a cell phone charger, so that you have all of that type of stuff, non-perishable food. But then also think through, what are some of the specific things to you specifically that you might need? You know, are you diabetic? Do you wear contact lenses? Is there a certain medication that you need? Take all of those things, put them in one kit, and then keep them in the car with you.
For more information on emergency plans, you can visit the Ready PA website at ready.pa.gov. You can also follow the PA Emergency Management Agency on Facebook and Twitter for timely emergency preparedness information. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thanks, Ryan. Pennsylvania State Police will be stepping up patrols this New Year's Eve. While troopers will be on the lookout for drunk drivers, State Police remind motorists that driving under the influence is 100% preventable by planning ahead and designating a sober driver, calling a cab, or using a ride-share program. In an effort to keep the highways safe on New Year's Eve, tonight, troopers will also be targeting speeders, those driving distracted, and seatbelt law violators. Coming up on Gordon's News Choice, we talk DUIs on this Trooper Talk Tuesday and Community and You. Plus, a local brewery and pierogi legend collaborate on some good eats. Stay with us.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab six-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive Three Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler, or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
Wyln has strong ties to the community, and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. Wyln's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants Despair Hill Climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. Wyln, we're your local network.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. We're going to talk all about how you can find joy and peace this holiday season.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Pern. I'm joined by Trooper Anthony Petrowski from Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton, and today we're talking about some new stricter rules that were put in place with the DUI offenses here in the Commonwealth, and this pertains to multiple offense. So, Trooper, somebody gets pulled over, the second or third DUI, they're facing some more penalties now, correct?
Yes, and there's reasons for that. This is a crime that occurs quite often. And there should be stricter penalties, and that's what this is. It took into effect last month, and we're really big fans of it because hopefully this will stop people from getting behind the wheel impaired. So now if you get a third DUI, you're convicted of your third DUI, and your blood alcohol content is 0.16 or higher, it now becomes a felony offense. So it used to be a misdemeanor, now it's a felony, which you would have a classification of being a convicted felon then, which is very serious, and it's something nobody wants.
And as it goes up, the offenses get even stricter. So if you have a fourth offense, you could be facing, along with jail time as well.
Yes, and fourth, Right now, with the new law, fourth or subsequent offense is automatically a felony, regardless of what your blood alcohol content is.
Wow. All right. So, bottom line is, if you're going to be going out and drinking or being under the influence, you should not be getting behind the wheel and have a designated driver or take a ride somewhere.
Yeah, plan ahead. That's the best and safest way to do it. Plan ahead. You know, you could use, there's so many apps out there now that could get you home. Lyft, Uber, call a taxi. Taxis are still around, especially here in the Hazleton area. Plan ahead, have a designated driver. Rotate with your friends when you go out on the weekend. Who's going to be the designated driver? Trust me, it's well worth it. You know, people don't realize when they get behind the wheel impaired, they're putting everybody in the car at risk, but they're also putting everybody on the road at risk. Plan ahead, have a good time, but do it safely.
And just use common sense. So, you know, again, plan ahead. Take advice from a trooper who's telling you, you know, plan ahead, be smart about it. Do you really want this following you for the rest of your life because you made one bad decision, and that will follow you for the rest of your life and could potentially harm other people as well. So think about it, be smart, and do the right thing if you're going to be out. Thanks for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
Be the lifeline patients need by giving blood to kick off the new year at PennDOT. The blood drive will be taking place January 2nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at PennDOT Dunmore through the American Red Cross's Blood Mobile. While giving a gift, you can also get a gift until January 5th, which is an exclusive Red Cross long sleeve t-shirt while supplies last. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org and enter PennDOT Dunmore to schedule an appointment. Catholic Social Services at St. Joseph's Pantry is in the process of renovations to update and improve its accessibility. The renovations under Catholic Social Services of the Diocese of Scranton are Phase 2 of an overall reconstruction of the Hazleton facilities. The renovations create a fully accessible entrance and restroom facilities, as well as establish more shelf space for food products. Other works include sidewalk, steps, and paving, which will come this spring. The pantry is located in the lower level of the former Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, which is now Catholic Social Services Family Center. The program serves over 1,200 families annually. Well, Yuengling Brewery has teamed up with Atico Incorporated, known around here for Mrs. T's Pierogies, to launch a new recipe for tonight's festivities and upcoming football parties. Classic onion pierogies with beer cheese dip is the new taste treat developed by Cheryl Yingling, one of the 4 daughters of current brewery owner Richard or Dick Yingling Jr. The beer cheese dip is a blend of cream cheese, jalapeno, garlic powder, hot sauce, cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, and Yingling traditional beer. The dip is said to be a fusion of spices, jalapenos, hot sauce, and their famous traditional lager. The first recipe was released December 6th, called Lager Battered Mini Pierogies, which include Mrs. T's mini cheddar seasoned with bacon pierogies fried in a batter that includes Yingling lager. When ready to eat, the company suggests to dip them in a special horseradish sauce, also developed by Cheryl. Good thinking, Cheryl. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. We wish all of you and all of our viewers a safe and happy new year. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas.